There are many rally drivers whom people will stand on street corners all over the world to see. One of them is a man named Hannu Mikkola, and this man has just reached a new milestone by competing in his 100th World Championship rally. Tony Mason reviews this remarkable man's career.
Hannu Mikkola burst onto the rallying scene nearly 25 years ago. He was soon signed up by Ford, though he'd started off in his own ancient Volvo. The Escort was ideal for his amazing sideways style of driving, and the shy young Finn soon won his first big rally, the Thousand Lakes in 1968. His skills are still remembered at Ford today.
The greatest attribute of Hannu is his total completeness. He's clearly got the talent, he's clearly got the application, but he's also got a warmth, a personality that certainly the British and British mechanics who are often responsible for his car could react to. So that if you've got to change an engine or do something before a rally, of course the mechanics will do it for anybody, but they'll do it with just slightly more willingness if it's Hannu, because he is such a warm person and a complete person. So I would regard Hannu as the complete rally driver. I think one of the greatest events for Hannu was the London to Mexico. That bizarrely, I mean, it seems now, was 16,000 miles. We trailed all around Latin America and across Europe. Needed a very mature approach. And Hannu, of course, with Gunnar as well, were probably the perfect crew.
Mikkola won the rally, the world's longest competitive event, and proved that the young fast forest racer was now amongst the best in the world. You've been with a lot of drivers in your long career as a co-driver. How would you describe Hannu's style of driving?
Tiger is the word, because whenever you told him to go a bit faster, he was the one and only I know of who could actually get that bit quicker than you thought he was, really flying, and then you ask him more and more, and he could do that little bit extra, and that's sorts him out from the rest of the world.
It must have been a tremendous moment when you won that first safari, the first Europeans to do so in 1972.
Yes, the safari has always been special, and especially to me, because I tried there already in '63 with Erik Karlsson, and we failed every time. We tried and tried to beat the locals, and it was very nice to step out of the car in '72 safari and to have been able to beat the locals down there, because they got big-headed, more and more big-headed every year. They could manage to stop us.
The myth that only a local driver could win the East African safari had been shattered. Mikkola's name entered the record books again. Suddenly everyone wanted him. Although he was back with Ford when he won the Lombard RAC Rally for the first time in 1978, in between he'd driven for Fiat, Toyota, Peugeot and Opel. In 1980, he amazed the rallying world by signing for the then unknown team of Audi, who were pioneering four-wheel drive rally cars. Perhaps his training as an engineer helped him foresee the revolution that four-wheel drive would bring to the sport. He became world champion in 1983 and won his second safari this year at the age of 45. The only major rally he hadn't won was the Acropolis. You've won all the big rallies. You won the Lombard RAC Rally 4 times, the safari twice. This is one that you haven't won. Is this your last ambition?
I should like to win it, but I'm not going to lose my sleep if I'm not doing it. It's always nice to win the rally. It doesn't matter if you have won it before or not. It's always the challenge.
The Acropolis Rally this June in Greece was Hannu's 100th World Championship event. He's won 18 of them, a record no one has equalled, and he's driven over 1 million rally miles. His speed and reaction are legend, but to sit alongside him is a far from frightening experience. He's cool, calm and in control.
Very slight left over rough, and long flat right, 100 knots.
Hannu is rallying's biggest superstar. Married with 2 young sons, he splits his time between homes in Florida and Finland, where he's just moved house because, wait for it, it's too far to drive the children to school. He's the most popular rally driver there is, both inside and outside his team. He remains calm, even in stressful situations like the service area. And his co-driver for 10 years, Arnie Hertz, claims they've never had a cross word. Hannu didn't manage to win the Acropolis. The honours went to his old adversary, Marco Allen. But with his third place, rallying's finest ambassador showed that he was still amongst the best.
It was as good as I could expect it.
And you moved up towards the finish, you came up to several places.
Yeah, it was getting better and better.
How did the car go?
Very well all the time. I didn't really have any problem.
And what does it feel like to have now finished your 100th World Championship rally?
It's a nice feeling, you know. Next 100 will be more difficult, I'm sure.